Amazon SQS FAQs, FIFO queues section. Question: what regions are FIFO queues available in? FIFO queues are currently available in the following regions: US West, Oregon, North California, US East, Ohio, North Virginia, Gulf Cloud, US East, Gulf Cloud, US West, EU, Ireland, Frankfurt, London, Paris, Stockholm, Asia Pacific, Sydney, Tokyo, Mumbai, Seoul, Singapore, Canada, Central, South America, Sao Paulo, China, Ningxia, operated by NWCD, China, Beijing, operated by CNET, Asia Pacific, Hong Kong. Question: how many copies of a message will I receive? FIFO queues are designed to never introduce duplicate messages. However, your message producer might introduce duplicates in certain scenarios. For example, if the producer sends a message, does not receive a response, and then resends the same message. Amazon SQS APIs provide deduplication functionality that prevents your message producer from sending duplicates. Any duplicates introduced by the message producer are removed within a 5-minute deduplication interval. For standard queues, you might occasionally receive a duplicate copy of a message, at least once delivery. If you use a standard queue, you must design your applications to be idempotent. That is, they must not be affected adversely when processing the same message more than once. For more information, see exactly once processing in the Amazon SQS Developer Guide. Question: are the Amazon SQS queues I used previously changing to FIFO queues? No. Amazon SQS standard queues, the new name for existing queues, remain unchanged, and you can still create standard queues. These queues continue to provide the highest scalability and throughput. However, you will not get ordering guarantees, and duplicates might occur. Standard queues are appropriate for many scenarios, such as work distribution with multiple idempotent consumers. Question: can I convert my existing standard queue to a FIFO queue? No, you must choose the queue type when you create it. However, it is possible to move to a FIFO queue. For more information, see Moving a Standard Queue to a FIFO Queue in the Amazon SQS Developer Guide. Question: are Amazon SQS FIFO queues backwards compatible? To take advantage of FIFO queue functionality, you must use the latest AWS SDK. FIFO queues use the same API actions as standard queues, and the mechanics for receiving and deleting messages and changing the visibility timeouts are the same. However, when sending messages, you must specify a message group ID. For more information, see FIFO queue logic in the Amazon SQS Developer Guide. Question: with which AWS or external services are Amazon SQS FIFO queues compatible? Some AWS or external services that send notifications to Amazon SQS might not be compatible with FIFO queues, despite allowing you to set a FIFO queue as a target. The following features of AWS services aren't currently compatible with FIFO queues: auto-scaling lifecycle hooks, AWS Internet of Things rule actions, AWS Lambda dead letter queues. For information about compatibility of other services with FIFO queues, see your service documentation. Question: are Amazon SQS FIFO queues compatible with the Amazon SQS Buffered Asynchronous Client, the Amazon SQS Extended Client Library for Java, or the Amazon SQS Java Message Service JMS client? FIFO queues aren't currently compatible with the Amazon SQS buffered asynchronous client. FIFO queues are compatible with the Amazon SQS extended client library for Java and the Amazon SQS Java Message Service JMS client. Question: which AWS CloudWatch metrics do Amazon SQS FIFO queues support? FIFO queues support all metrics that standard queues support. For FIFO queues, all approximate metrics return accurate counts. For example, the following AWS CloudWatch metrics are supported: approximate number of messages delayed, the number of messages in the queue that are delayed and not available for reading immediately; approximate number of messages visible, the number of messages available for retrieval from the queue; approximate number of messages not visible, the number of messages that are in flight, sent to a client but have not yet been deleted or have not yet reached the end of their visibility window. Question: what are message groups? Messages are grouped into distinct ordered bundles within a FIFO queue. For each message group ID, all messages are sent and received in strict order. However, messages with different message group ID values might be sent and received out of order. You must associate a message group ID with a message. If you don't provide a message group ID, the action fails. If multiple hosts or different threads on the same host send messages with the same message group ID are sent to a FIFO queue, Amazon SQS delivers the messages in the order in which they arrive for processing. To ensure that Amazon SQS preserves the order in which messages are sent and received, ensure that multiple senders send each message with a unique message group ID. For more information, see FIFO queue logic in the Amazon SQS Developer Guide. Question: do Amazon SQS FIFO queues support multiple producers? Yes, one or more producers can send messages to a FIFO queue. Messages are stored in the order that they were successfully received by Amazon SQS. If multiple producers send messages in parallel, without waiting for the success response from send message or send message batch actions, the order between producers might not be preserved. The response of send message or send message batch actions contains the final ordering sequence that FIFO queues use to place messages in the queue. So your multiple parallel producer code can determine the final order of messages in the queue. Question: do Amazon SQS FIFO queues support multiple consumers? By design, Amazon SQS FIFO queues don't serve messages from the same message group to more than one consumer at a time. However, if your FIFO queue has multiple message groups, you can take advantage of parallel consumers, allowing Amazon SQS to serve messages from different message groups to different consumers. Question: can I use a dead letter queue with FIFO queues? Yes. However, you must use a FIFO dead letter queue with a FIFO queue. Similarly, you can use only a standard dead letter queue with a standard queue. Question: what is the throughput limit for an Amazon SQS FIFO queue? By default, FIFO queues support up to 3,000 messages per second with batching, or up to 300 messages per second. 300 send, receive, or delete operations per second without batching. If you require a higher throughput, submit a support ticket to request a review of your FIFO queue requirements. Question: are there any limits specific to FIFO queue attributes? The name of a FIFO queue must end with the .FIFO suffix. The suffix counts towards the 80-character queue name limit. To determine whether a queue is FIFO, you can check whether the queue name ends with a suffix.